Hello YouTube land, it's Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter. It's been a while. I have no excuse. I've been really busy. I've been starting my seeds. I've been doing all kinds of things. I've been trying to teach my neighbor how to sew. Not that I'm a good teacher at all, because I don't know what I'm doing half the time, but I'm a little further along than she is, so I'm teaching her what few little things that I know to her. So we've been spending a lot of time doing that. But I've got a couple of emails asking me where I am, and then Billy texted me today going, oh, where are you? I miss you. So I figured, okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of a coffee break and do this video really quick, because I have actually a girlfriend coming to visit for the weekend. So I'm running around trying to get things done, clean this mess, you know. But anyway, so what have I been up to? I've been up to all kinds of things. Let's start with the crochet and knit stuff that I have done. First of all, the first thing that I have done is I mentioned before, my neighbor is gonna be a grandma for the first time. So I'm doing a bunch of baby stuff, and it doesn't look like there's gonna be any end in sight for that, because I showed some of these items to my daughter, whose friend is having a baby. She wants them all. So I figured I'd keep going. This one is done. It's like it's knitted using the grandma's favorite dishcloth pattern. I just kept going bigger, and it's a beautiful color. I don't know what the sex of the baby is, so I don't know if this might be too feminine, but I don't know these days. So I did that, and then what I did was I finished it off and bordered it with a crochet little shell border. And this is using some Chinese yarn that I got. It's called Magic Color, that I got years ago through AliExpress. I had a bunch of it, so I figured I'd use it for this. So I got that done. Beautiful little baby blanket. It's knitted and crocheted. And then, what else? Oh, I think I showed you guys this little sweater that I winged, and I said I was gonna make little pants, and I did. So there's a little outfit for this baby, and this is using this King Cole Authentic Cotton Mix DK. It's a cotton and polyester, cotton and acrylic, and it's beautifully soft. Again, trying to stay with the gender neutral thing. And I wing these. They have a little tie. So she's very happy with that. Got that done. What else? Oh, I'm actually working on 2 more things for her, and then I'm gonna start working on for my daughter's friend's baby. She wanted not a snowsuit, but like a suit that looked like a little teddy bear. And again, I winged this. Oh, it is so cute. And I used these little leather buttons that I thrifted. And yeah, and I added the ears. And this is using Peyton's Bohemian, but I'm pretty sure this is discontinued. And yeah, so I made this little jumper kind of thing. So soft and plush, it's wonderful. So this is one of the things that I have to redo. I wish I'd kept notes, but I didn't, because now my daughter wants one of these for her friend. Got that done. And then I got a crochet item. Now a few years ago, I made a blanket for my neighbor at the other house, and I had a lot of this Peyton's Canadiana and Tencel soft worsted, which is very similar in texture, and all these colors. And I made this baby blanket so I was already working on this multicolored one when my neighbor said they're earth people, so they wanted earth tones. So I had a bunch of little balls. So I just used the ball until it ran out, then I changed the color. And I just made sure the 2 colors didn't go side by side, or same color didn't go side by side. So I made this, and so I feel really good. I used a lot of stuff that I had for a long time, and this pattern is so awesome. It's so squishy. Look at this. It's called the Cobblestone Blanket. By Tori over at Pauly's Crochet Creations. I'm gonna leave the link for her channel. If you're interested in this, give her a shout, and she will more than happy to give you the pattern. She gave me the pattern, and I loved it. I loved working with it. It's all front post, back post, double crochets. So it is a yarn eater, but my goodness, it was great. And it's squishy and soft, and I love it. And I just love the colors. I actually wish I had more of this yarn I only have a couple of balls left, but more of this yarn to make a bigger one, but I don't. So isn't this adorable? Look at it. Oh, I just love it. Excuse me. So I made that. Those are all my crochet and knit items. What else have I been up to? I've been up to sewing. So I'm gonna leave a link for this. It's a blog. It's a sewing blog. And I wanted to sew something for the baby. And I actually wanted to teach my neighbor how to sew this. So I figured I'd learn how to do it first. And it's a little bib. It's a little bib. And I made it reversible. I guess it is reversible. And I got the snap, right? And I'll leave the link for the blog. If you sign up for her email, whatever, you get a free pattern. And I chose this one. And it's so cute, and this is just cotton, and this one has some light batting in the middle, and it was so easy to do. I loved it. I thought, and then I think I mentioned before, I thrift everything, and I thrifted some flannelette fabric, which, you know, what am I gonna do with flannelette? I don't have enough to make one big thing, but I did have enough to make a bib, and this is nothing in the middle. It's so soft, and this time I used Velcro, just a little piece of Velcro on the back. I think I prefer the Velcro versus the snaps, but I think my neighbor prefers the snaps. So anyway, I did that, and then I had a little bit left of the flannelette, and I just made some what do you call them? Burp bibs, burp cloths, or whatever they are. I know they're not shaped the way they should be, because I know the burp cloths nowadays, they have that shape here to fit in your neck. But I didn't want to, this literally took me 5 minutes. So I did that, and then the other side is just plain green. That's all I had left from thrifting. So, made those. I'm gonna have to make some more for my daughter's friend. And then I've been practicing some, what do they call the foundation paper piecing. I started with, so basically you print off the pattern. Now I've been looking for free patterns. Oh, this one's dusty. Lots of threads. I've been looking for free patterns because I don't want to. And you basically print off the pattern and you sew along the lines in the order that they tell you to. And then you piece them together and you get something like this. You get this beautiful block. This is using all scraps because I love working with scraps. And then when you put it all together, you go back and remove the paper. Not the keenest on using so much paper, but I'm learning and I'm watching videos, and I believe that there's ways that you can sew beside the line and not right on the line, so that you don't end up, you can reuse the pattern over and over. So I'm gonna try that next. So I made that block. Somebody asked me, what are you gonna do with all these blocks? I don't know, I'm just learning, I'm practicing, and we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. And then I also made a block like this using, again, one pattern, and I made 4 of them, pieced them together. So I wanted to push myself and make something for my neighbor, and I found this pattern. It is a paid for pattern, and believe me, these patterns are expensive, but I get it. This person has gone to the work of creating these patterns. It's a lot of work. And so yeah, so the pattern is like this, right? And then you print it off and sew it according to the numbers that she suggests. And I'll put a picture. It's a little hot pad that I made for a neighbor. She has a black lab, so that's why I paid for this pattern, but it's the only one I paid for. So I made her a, yeah, that pushed me out of my comfort zone. That was a little on the harder side. And then I found my goal. I found this website, and it's people making these foundation paper piecing patterns, and there's a whole bunch of them. I'll leave the link for that. And I wanted to make one because I'm a big fan of the Muppets, Sesame Street and Muppets. So I found a whole bunch of patterns, and I found one for the Sesame Street. but because they're free, there was a mistake, and I'm gonna show you. I did this, but so she made a mistake. This was supposed to be yellow, and I just followed the pattern, not thinking until I flipped it over and going, oh no. But I'm gonna have to read. This was just using very thin fabric. You can actually see through it. So it was just a practice piece, but eventually I wanna do all of the Sesame Street characters and a few of the Muppet ones and make a quilt for myself. But this was fun to do, and I'll use better materials when I go to make the quilt. So yeah, I made that. It did definitely push me out of my comfort zone because there's a lot of little pieces here. But it was fun, and I initially thought I did something wrong, but then when I looked at the pattern, yeah, she put down blue and it was supposed to be yellow. And I just followed her, you know. But now I know, so I will fix it. I will, when I make it, I will, you know, but cute, right? So foundation paper piecing. It's like English paper piecing. English paper piecing you do by hand. This is by machine. So that's what I've been up to. Sorry, somebody's trying to get a hold of me. Lastly, I just want to thank there's been quite a few people who sent me links to tutorials or patterns for baby stuff. When will I learn to charge my battery before I start? Anyway, hopefully I got enough juice just to finish off in the last minute. I want to thank everyone who sent me links and patterns. It's greatly appreciated. I'm looking through everything and trying some things. But I want to take a special moment to thank my friend Karina. She went out of her way and got me a whole whack of patterns, and she sent it to me in the mail. Like, this saves me so much time. There's some great patterns here. So thank you, Karina. You're the best. And yes, and then lastly, I'm gonna show you a picture of my friend, my next door neighbor, I got her into doing the hand sewn hexies, and she put together a table runner for her mother out of her dad's, mostly her dad's old clothes. Her dad passed away. I'm so proud of her. She did an amazing job. I'll end that. And anyway, I hope everyone is having a wonderful March, and we will talk soon.